Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Prime Minister Allen Chastanet has affirmed that plans are on stream for the construction of a new wing at the St. Jude Hospital. He believes there is still some level of excitement when it comes to upgrading healthcare facilities in the South.
The issue of health and health facilities on island has been weighing heavily on the minds of St. Lucians as more and more information surfaces as to the conditions that medical practitioners have to operate in and patrons have to access. The St. Jude's Hospital remains a hot-button issue for the past and current administration, as residents of the South still access the George Odlum Stadium for medical treatment. Prime Minister Allen Chastanet explains that coming off of a lengthy assessment of the facility, more information will soon be available on the government's plans for St. Jude's.
I'm very excited about our healthcare programs and what we're going to continue to do. We'll be articulating more and more what our overall policies are, but the government has gone through a long digestion period to evaluate where we are with St. Jude's and health in the South.
Prime Minister Chastanet went on to divulge that the addition of a new wing would be the best route to proceed with St. Jude's.
Government has seen it, Cabinet has seen it fit to make the decision that it's better off to build a new wing and look for an alternative use of what was considered to be the old St. Jude's.
Is it still on target?
Still on target. We've commenced work. We will be starting substantial work on the main structure early in the year.
The dialysis lab is being worked on to bring it to operational levels, the Prime Minister stated. He also went on to note that the issue of St. Jude's will be brought to the House of Parliament again to request monies for the completion of the project.
We've been able to get the 10 million left over from the Taiwanese loan to get that going as quickly as possible, and then we're looking to borrow an additional 20 million. So that means that we now know all this time what we've been doing is negotiating the loan and also finalizing the design details that we'll make public very soon.
The mission of St. Jude's Hospital remains to provide quality healthcare within an enabling environment through a cadre of personnel, modern technology, and adhering to international accreditation standards. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Following the SLP motion of no confidence against Prime Minister Allen Chastanet, the public has been keen on hearing how Grosley MP Leonard Montoute feels about the stewardship of the Prime Minister. Montoute simply deflected the question when posed.
Well, my differences were not about his prime ministerial portfolio. He was in a race for the leadership of the party, and then I had my preference. That's part of the democratic process. The Prime Minister in our system, given the circumstances that exist here, is the person who leads the party into the election and emerges with the support of the majority of the members of Parliament. And he is that person.
That was Grosley MP Leonard Spider Montoute. As the world celebrates Universal Children's Day, the Castries cluster of early childhood practitioners banded together with the assistance of Human Services to organize a march. Resounding chants of children for today, fighting for tomorrow, hear us, could be heard in the vicinity of the Derek Walcott Square as the children marched on in hopes of creating a better environment for children of St. Lucia. Solange Alfred has more.
Their collective voices echoed through the city of Castries as they marched on chanting, "Children for today, fighting for tomorrow, hear us, hear us." In celebration of Universal Children's Day, the Castries cluster of early childhood practitioners led the March of Minors to demonstrate the importance of the voices of children in today's society. Speaking with administrator for the Castries cluster of early childhood practitioners, Ola Henry, she explained that the day's proceedings was to highlight to the powers that be that there must be an end to child abuse in St. Lucia and also the creation of a more nurturing environment for tomorrow's leaders.
Because as you know, they are more vulnerable. They are the nation's children, which we hope will be the future leaders of tomorrow. And for this, we have to protect them. We have to love them. Don't abuse them. And there is a lot of abuse in our community, in our island. So we want to say today that it must stop. Okay, we want to love the children, embrace them, make them feel that they belong.
Clinical psychologist in the Division of Human Services, Janelle Nelson, explained that the role of the division in the march was one of education and celebration of children's rights.
Universal Children's Day. Yesterday we celebrated International Day Against Child Abuse. So what we've decided to do this year
is to replicate what was done in the Castries district, which was to sensitize children and the entire nation as to the various issues affecting children. So what we really want to do is to celebrate children, help them to recognize their ability, help them to recognize their potential, and to just celebrate the day and have fun. One of the biggest issues facing St. Lucia today is child abuse against children. As you know, children represent one of the most vulnerable groups in society, and therefore you have a number of issues affecting them. And what we find is that children are sometimes stifled and not allowed to express their opinions and their values and their opinions, and they're taken advantage of most times. So what we want to do really is to create that awareness and to help them to recognize their own voice.
18 schools in the Castries Basin banded together to form the cluster that marched through Castries, calling for change this Universal Children's Day. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
As members of Parliament look to address a number of bills on Tuesday, one such bill was focused on child care and adoption. With Tuesday being Universal Children's Day, the importance of such a bill being passed received due attention by early childhood practitioners and youth leaders around the island. Speaking with Minister for Agriculture Ezekiel Joseph, he explained how important the bill is to the Alan Chastney-led administration.
For us as a government, as a country, for us at least to pass legislation that will protect our children. I'm sure you would agree that a lot of our children have been abused, and it's for us as a government to provide the environment to discontinue that type of negative behavior. So I'm happy that my government has taken the initiative to see the need to pass legislation to provide protection for our young ones.
That was Agriculture Minister and Babonneau MP Ezekiel Joseph. This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Stay with us.